Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little unboxing of Tobruk. I picked this up on eBay a couple of weeks ago and I want to show you what's in it and probably play some of the scenarios on the channel. Let's just dig right into this. Now, the copy that I got, they had included the rules for Panzerleader. Not that I need it, but it's there. And I've already gone through with my little containers and checked all the counters were there, and there were still some sheets, and I went ahead and got those out. So you have some British, Italian, and German. I'll probably combine those into one. But those are the forces, and then various counters. Get a nice little rule book, and shows the different counter types that are in the game, which is nice. It's kind of full color. And what is nice is you'll notice the rules for scenario 1, and then stop, read no further, play scenario 1. So it does a pretty good job of just teaching you some of the basics on stacking, movement, sequence and turn, and combat resolution. And the first scenario is just armor. Okay. And it kind of goes through that for scenario 2, scenario 3, 4, 5, up to scenario 9, which is Tobruk Falls. Okay. And then here you get into what makes up each of the scenarios. So you'll see scenario 1 are 9 Grant tanks, 17 Panzer, was that 3 H's, 2 Panzer 3J's, and 2 Panzer 4E's. Okay, and again, kind of gets into the details with the various 9 scenarios. And then it talks about some experimental rules, which are, as I read through these are more like common sense. And when I play, I'm going to go ahead and put those in play. And then it's got some towing. You know, again, we'll go through this as I play. We'll incorporate. We'll incorporate these. And then there's some freeform scenarios, and it talks about the other things. Now, what I did find interesting are these firefights. These firefights are actually kind of small encounters. So the first one I'm going to do, which I actually think should have been scenario 1, I think it's just a little bit easier, is this firefight A, the Queen of the Desert. You start off with 3, as the British, you got 3 Matildas, and the Italians have 15 M1340s. Now, I suspect Matildas are going to chew them up, but it's a smaller counter set, and you're using a smaller part of the map, and it looks like the same basic rules that you would do for scenario 1. There are some summaries, talks about some of the, I guess it's the history that deals with the various scenarios, which is nice. And then a good section on the designer notes. I love designer notes. And it gets into weapon effectiveness, anti-armor, really shows some math. As a game designer, I love this stuff. And then it gets into a little detail with the units themselves. And again, some more comments and deficiencies. They talk about various things. And then some charts and kind of an overall map the various scenarios here, kind of where they might play out. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. I'm going to be getting a new tripod so I can not have to work within the limitations of what my equipment gives me right now. But so on this map, there's a circle with a 1, 2 is up here, but basically the 9 scenarios, how that might fit out on this situational map, which is pretty nice. I bought this. This is one of the first 5 games I bought when I was a kid, and I'm going to go through and play a number of these on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we'll see how it holds up. I think, I'm not sure, but I think a modern day equivalent of this is probably Panzer, which I just picked up recently, and I'll have some Panzer from, was it GMT Games? Yeah, GMT Games. I'll have that on the channel here soon. Then we get into the maps. That's it. We got 3 of them. All the same. No terrain. There's no terrain cutouts. And you get some of your charts. Casualty Table talks about the different, the British gunfire, German gunfire factor in Italian. I think this is probably for infantry. Casualty Table, melee table. Yeah, this is mostly, looks like, and some outboard artillery stuff. And then the individual results of where you hit with your armor versus armor, which is pretty nice. Here's your hit probability table for Germans and Italians. It goes into, what your range is. And we'll get into this when we start playing. I'll get into the details of what these charts do, but pretty nice. And then you get this nice little cool infantry and crew roster, where you can actually keep count of your casualties. A nice thick counter. And then what I did is I went ahead and took one of these. On the back, there's this target and damage roster, and I did the cheap laminated. So let me see how I was playing. Get myself up to date with the rules. I'll clean that off. But yeah, so those are in here. That's basically it. And that's what you get in Tobruk. Sans the Panzer Leader rules. So we'll see how this game has held up over the years. I gotta clip the original dice. You need more than 1 6-sider though, really, to play it. It works best with a handful of dice, which I will put in the box. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye for now.